Hello and welcome to What Map, the map view show for City Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Tuesday's What Map. Thanks for all the love and support in the comments below, guys. You guys are the absolute best subscribers out there, and I really appreciate you being along for the ride. Don't forget to click like while you're here, of course. Now, today's map will split opinion. You'll either love it or you will loathe it like you've never loathed anything before in your loathable lives, you loathsome lot. Yes, it is Benton County, USA by Anthony John Soprano. That is the loading screen thumbnail. Now, are you ready to see the most exciting, thrilling resource map you have ever seen in City Skylines history? Here it comes. Deliberately silent there, guys. Deliberately silent. It's mods and assets time. What do you need for Benton County to make it emblazoned? It's the prairie theme, which is self-created by Anthony John Soprano himself. He's asked, please don't hate me for this. So I'm not going to hate you for it. Some people will, because look at that sky. It's black, it's gloomy. But can you imagine building a city against that backdrop? Now, this isn't a desert map. This is a prairie map. This is grassland. It is not sand. So before you think it's a desert map, which is what my instinct was, it's not. Get down there, look at that, it's grass. Right, the highway. This is the one highway, runs all the way across the map. Hence we've got traffic on it, which I think adds a little bit of interest to any What Map series when you actually see a little bit of traffic on the roads. It's not essential, of course, to have it running across. So yes, we're rolling across fairly high standards, a little bit bumpy, not too bad. It's within tolerance. I can't speak. You know I can't speak, guys. It's within tolerance. And we're at the start square already. Oh, and we've got this intersection running across it, giving you a couple of options. We'll head down this way to this, the world's roundest roundabout. You're going to be demolishing it anyway, admit it. You never, ever leave that in place. I know that and you know that. Now the road just starts to split and just sort of like drift apart from each other. So a little bit of loss of control there in the road building. But that said, like I say, it's flat enough. Anything that's going across country like this will have some rises and falls. And then once again it comes together and starts to drift away again. So like I say, just a little bit of lack of control in the road building. That said, look at that horizon, perfectly flat, and we think we're looking at the, like I say, obviously the prairies of America, huge flat, swathing grasslands, where you can just go out into it, and in theory, you could get lost, walk around in circles for days and days and days on end. The rail, well, pretty much what you're going to expect, actually, very straight lines, very, very, very straight lines. We'll head down here to, oh look, a little bit of, detail problem there. Might have to lose a star for that. And then we got the bridge, which is, I think, perfectly raised, just high enough. Drops down the other side. Nicely done. Very nicely done. See, that, I think, makes up for the tree. I think we've evened ourselves out for scores there. Lose a star for the tree, get a star back for that bridge, and maintain. You're not getting a second star for another nice bridge, okay? I am not giving you 2 stars for a bridge. Then we come down to here, and it splits off, and that heads down towards the start square. Not completely into the start square, but close enough that once you expand, you can take advantage of the rail network, which is nice. Runs along the outside of the lake and between the lake and the river, and then across another river. Nice simple bridge there. and another very simple bridge there. Although a little bit blocky that. This bridge was sponsored by Minecraft. Fair enough. And then we'll rattle along towards the horizon. Guess what? It's asset review time. Oh, it didn't take much guessing, did it? This is nice. Romerée Village Farmhouse number 4 by Lost Gecko. We've seen Gecko's work before, and he is an accomplished asset creator. This one, oh, I'm feeling very French here. Very rural French. Very nice. Lovely little stone cottage. Obviously one of a series. So I'm not going to show all 4 of them. I'm just going to show the one, and you can go and explore the other 3. See, I'm not putting it all on the plate for you guys. You greedy lot. You greedy lot. What do you expect from me? Anyway, Romerée Village Farmhouse number 4, Lost Gecko. Today's asset of the day. Back to Benton County, and it's water time. And we've got here a lake. This is up in the corner of the map. You may, if you're playing, vanilla-ish, you may not get to this part of the map. It's a little bit away from the centre. But I thought we'll have a look at it anyway. And, it's looking, I would say the banks look wet. I like that about this theme, The banks have got kind of like a wetness to them. Now we'll follow the stream. This heads in towards the start square, so this is the important one. This is nice. It's small. It's a brook. And the river works really nice. I mean, look at the way this is zigzagging. The control of the water there is beautiful. And then it comes down, ziggy-zaggy, zaggedy-ziggedy, to this crossroads. Haha, crossroads, cross waters, whatever. And over there is where is basically more of the same. That ziggy-zags all the way down to the horizon. But if we head this way, this way, we've got a couple of little offshoot streams there. We get to this lake, and this is like an urban lake. You see the flat edge all the way up the side there. That there indicates that this is like a city lake. You'd be building around that, building roads up against it. I quite like it. At the top here we've got a river that once again heads off to the horizon. Very shallow, very narrow, not much water going down there at all. And then if we come back and have a look, it continues to this lake, which looks a little deeper by the colouring of it. Once again, flat edges, so it's an urban lake. So you can build right up against that and do some very interesting things with it. The water then continues on from there, up this river here, under the train. Oh, we've got another little urban lake here. Once again, flat edges, so very urbanised. And then the river splits, goes off to the horizon. We'll go this way just because. Like I say, it's very shallow, and it tends to get even more shallow until we get to a point there's barely any water running in it at all. Look at this. If we get in there, look, there is movement. Look, see how shallow that is there. So there is water running down there, but it is barely running down here. So that is the water. Now let's have a quick look at the water flow. There's barely any movement. So sewage may be a problem on this map, and it's a major down mark, I think, because there's waterways. All this water is very shallow, so there's not going to be much water to draw from, and there's not much water movement. So what if you are drawing from the lakes? You could drain the lakes pretty quickly. Although if we're getting really close, you can see there is actually movement in the water. There is. It's just treacling along even, because water does work very much like treacle in this game, I think. So there is motion. Maybe the sewage will be shifted. Maybe it won't. There's only one real way to find out, and that's to play the game. I don't have the time, I'm afraid, to get in there and do that. Now let's have a look at the prairies themselves, because this is what it's all about, this map. Now this is pretty bland, but like I say, this is what the prairies are like. Pretty damned bland. So, is it boring? Is it dull and non-aesthetic? Yes. Is it possibly true to life? I would possibly say yes. I'd like to see a little bit of smoothing out in the landscape, because you can see where it's been digitised, obviously taken from a terrain party or something like that. But honestly, that said, it doesn't take that much to run a smoother over there, just to clean it up a little bit. So anyway, Benton County, USA, Anthony John Soprano, let's give it some marks. Aesthetically, I know a lot of you are going to hate it. I actually really like it, so I'm going to compromise and give it a 3 stars. Detailing, there's not too much in this. 1 or 2 bits that I know you guys won't like. I'm going to squeeze it up to a 3 stars. It's between 2 and 3. I'm going to give it a 3. Reason being is for gameplay. Once again, there's loads of gameplay in terms of space, but that water is going to cause problems, plus a bit limited on connections, so I'm giving that down to 2 stars for gameplay. Benton County, USA, Anthony John Soprano. And that is today's map. Well, leave your comments down below as to what you think of this. I know this will a split opinion. Don't dislike the video because you don't like the map. Dislike the video because you just dislike the video. That's what you want to do. Otherwise, click like, because it really will help me shoot up those charts. There'll be more videos coming, and we'll hopefully find some maps that you do like in the future. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.